Hi guys, today I wanted to do a Sephora haul. I actually have two different hauls to show you because I made an online order and then I went in store and got more things. I didn't wait till the VIB sale, which is about to happen, because I wasn't a VIB member yet. So I wanted to be able to take advantage of the 15% off sale. So I made this order first. I had added into this order 3 different samples, a coupon code, and also my birthday gift. Something happened when I went to check out and finalize the order online, because the only thing that I got out of those 3 things was the coupon for the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. So I didn't get my birthday gift and I didn't get the other samples that I had really wanted, so I decided to go in store and get my birthday gift. First, I wanted to show you guys everything that is in this box right here. It's been like a week and a half since I made this order, and I really wanted everything in here. I mean, like, I seriously took my time trying to figure out what I wanted. I always log into the Sephora app every day, a few times a day actually, always seeing what's new and looking at, like, really closely looking at every single thing, because I am very concerned about what I put on my face these days, and especially with skincare. You know, I'm very much like a ingredient freak. Like, I have to make sure that I'm okay with all the ingredients now that I've figured out what works and what doesn't work for my skin. I do happen to love almost everything in here. There is one thing that I'm a little bit iffy about. I just decided that I'm gonna splurge and I'm just gonna get everything that's in my cart because I really want it, and I happen to feel like really proud of myself that day because I like got a lot of work done. I'm like, I deserve this. So I did spend quite a lot of money, and I am going to buy some things for the VIB sale too. Not as much as this, but definitely a few other things that I want to pick up. So I'll let you guys know also at the end of the video what I have in my cart right now for the VIB sale. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. I was really wanting this mainly because of the way it looked on the website, although now that I have it in person, the colors are definitely a little more different. They are a lot darker. This was about as light as I could get my makeup to look using this palette. And I ended up using actually this shade in the crease and then this over top, and I found that that helped out a lot more, because if I just go in with these, you know, crease shades, it looks very dark, but if I use this shade first and then use them, it kind of lightens it up a bit. So that's my little trick there. But other than that, I really love all of these eyeshadows. I'm getting good use out of them. This is definitely right up my alley in terms of colors. Like, I really do love all of these shades, how they're warm and rosy and red and brown, and of course you guys know I do like the fact that it has a black in there. I was so excited to try this. My first ever Milk makeup product. This is the matte bronzer. I have it in the shade Baked. I really like this a lot. I've been using it every single day since I got it. So a few things though with this. Number one being that this is the lighter shade. They also had a darker shade that I wish I had gotten as well, because this does not do a good job of contouring. It's mainly for warming up the face, which honestly is why I bought it, but I was hoping it would just be slightly darker. Totally okay though. This is really beautiful on the days where I'm doing natural makeup looks and I just want a very light, warm bronze to my face. Unfortunately, it does blend out really well, really easily, but when you blend it out too much, it kind of like disappears, so you have to be careful not to blend it out too much. Also, another thing I just want to point out, because it's like a little bit strange, it smells funky. Like, it smells like clay as you're putting it on. Like, when I pull it out and I smell it straight up, like, I smell the clay. And when you put it on, you can smell the clay smell. But when you blend it out, you don't smell it at all. It's not like it lingers on your face or anything. So personally for me, that's not a big deal. If it's a big deal to you, then I probably wouldn't get this because it is pretty strong of a smell. Yeah, I love the fact that this has great ingredients in it. You know, there's nothing in here that's gonna irritate my skin. Totally a fan. I'm gonna be trying more makeup from this line for sure. Next thing that I got is the Lancome Taunt Idol Ultra Wear. Made for all skin types. I got it in 250 Bisque W. and it ended up being a little bit light for me, so I have to mix it with something else that's just like slightly darker and a little bit more yellowy, because this is very much like neutral. Like it looks not pink and not yellow, just right in the middle when I put this on. This would be great for winter, so that's why I'm not gonna go back and get a different shade, because I'm totally okay with mixing my other foundations with it, which I do anyway. I am definitely a foundation mixerer. I like to do that. So I'm cool with this shade, although, you know, if I had gotten maybe like one shade darker, this would have been a perfect match for me. I do really like the consistency of this. It has that like natural looking feel to it where I feel like I can still see my skin through it. The coverage is buildable, but I can't quite get a super full coverage with it. So I'd say it's buildable up to like a medium coverage. I do have some spots that I either need to use concealer on if I use this foundation, or, you know, just of course mix it with something that's a little heavier. It feels very lightweight. I don't feel like I'm wearing foundation at all when I wear this. If I'm doing like a natural makeup look, I almost always mix this in because it just looks so beautiful on the skin. It lasts a long time as well. So I really like this, and I am using this the most like out of all my foundations, because probably just because I'm so excited about it because I just picked it up. But yeah, I do really like this a lot. Next I wanted to talk about this. It's the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops in 50 Coconut Gel Highlighter. This was the most expensive thing that I got, and I don't think that it's worth how expensive it is. And there was some reviews that I was reading that said that. I believe it's like around $85, and I really rarely ever buy something for myself that's like this small, that's that expensive. It just doesn't feel right to me. But you know, it was mixed reviews. There was a lot of reviews that said that this is amazing, this is like their holy grail product, and then there was a few people who were saying not worth the money, don't get it, not impressed. So I was hoping that when I got it, I would be on the opposite end to where I would totally love it, since I am a big fan of cream highlighters. You know, I love using anything liquidy on my skin since my skin is so dry. But unfortunately, I don't love this as much as I wish that I had. I don't think it is worth the money. I have other highlighters that do a better job. Not that this doesn't do a good job, it's just I have like a problem with it on some parts of my face. It just doesn't sit quite right, especially on my nose area. For some reason, it just looks so patchy on there, and it doesn't blend out at all. So if you're trying to do a highlight here and here, this is not going to work really well for you if you have a dry nose. Also, I noticed that it seems a little bit patchy on me, and I guess it's just because I have really dry skin. It blends out great on my hand. I'm still gonna use it, it's just I wish it would melt in a little bit better into my skin. But yeah, so far I've just been using either my hand to kind of press it in or my beauty blender. And I do have to say though that unless you're looking close up, you can't tell that it looks a little bit patchy, but from afar or like on camera, I mean, it looks so pretty. It's very pigmented, but not in a way to where it looks like I put highlighter on my face. It definitely looks like a lit from within kind of glow, which I do really like. I think what I'm gonna try to do to help it blend in a little bit better is maybe like mix it with an oil or something like that. I'm gonna try that out and let you guys know if it works. I also, for makeup, I went ahead and picked out the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. This is in the shade Golden Ivory 08. I was really excited to try this because I love Bare Minerals. Oh yeah, this looks like it'll match me really well. I have a self tan on, so like my arms are like darker than the rest of my body because my arms are always the last for the tan to come off of when I take a shower. It's like my arms are so dark. Okay, so since we're talking about Bare Minerals, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this. This is like one of my most favorite things that I got. It's the Bare Minerals Butter Drench Restorative Rich Cream. This deeply immerses skin in rich luxury powered by intuitive mineral moisture technology. It's for dry to very dry skin types. I had used this up like I think sometime last year, and I never repurchased it. I just totally forgot about it. I think I was like really at that time getting into the IT Cosmetics moisturizers, completely used them up too. I had one of you guys ask me what moisturizers that I really love for dry skin, and one of them is definitely the IT Cosmetics Secret Sauce. But since I had ran out of that, I was trying the Rose Day Cream from Dr. Hushka. Unfortunately, I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. It caused my pores around here to look really enlarged, and I had like black dots all over here and on my nose, like a lot more than I usually do. It was not working out for me, and I feel like it wasn't as hydrating as it claims to be. So I stopped using that, and I was like, I need another moisturizer. I don't have anything right now. I went ahead and picked up this one, and I'm so happy that I did. My skin loves it all over again, just like when I had it last year. I am so happy that I ended up repurchasing it. So I've been using it for the past like 1.5, 2 weeks now. And what's nice is that a little goes a long way, like especially with that Dr. Hushka moisturizer I was telling you about. I feel like I had to use so much of that just to feel hydrated, but this one, I literally just dip my pinky into it and then I rub in between my fingers and then pat it onto my skin, and immediately I feel hydrated, and I feel hydrated throughout the day too, especially at night. Like I feel like I don't need anything else after that to moisturize my skin. I feel amazing. So I'm so happy that this is working out for me again. So this is my most favorite thing that I have picked up from my entire haul. This is the Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. It's a revitalizing blend of ginger root, sunflower, and tamanu oils to help correct the visible appearance of skin fatigue. Great ingredients, by the way. Amazing reviews. Everyone loved this. Like, I don't think I saw one bad review on here. What's nice about the oils that are in here is that they don't cause breakouts. There's a lot of oils, like for example, coconut oil you have to watch out for. That happens to be in a lot of products, especially on Sephora if you're looking for an oil. There's a lot of oils like jojoba oil that break me out, and if I don't look at the ingredients and I'm not careful with what I'm putting on my face, then it can be very, very bad. So I definitely looked through this, checked it out, and it looked great for me, for my skin. So it's supposed to lighten dark spots, which I have a lot of from previous acne, so I am hoping that this will lighten them up to the point where you can't see them anymore over time. It's also supposed to help brighten your overall complexion of your skin and improve your texture over time. So I put this on twice a day actually. They recommend to put it on, I think it was in the morning before your moisturizer, but I use it twice a day, and I actually have been noticing a difference in my skin. It feels a lot softer. It doesn't feel as, you know how you can kind of feel the texture on your skin sometimes. Definitely doesn't feel like that anymore. I feel like I have baby soft skin. Also, I do notice, I've only been using this for 2 weeks, I do notice that my skin looks brighter and my dark spots are lightening, which is freaking amazing. Another thing I noticed is that I feel like it really enhances whatever moisturizer that you're using. So for example, this one here that I am using, it definitely makes this one like pack more of a punch, if that makes sense. It just really enhances the moisturizing property of your moisturizer and just makes it like 10 times more hydrating. I also picked up the Herbivore Blue Tansy Resurfacing Clarity Mask. So it's so funny, I was looking at reviews and a lot of people did not like this. Not because of the way it works, but because of the smell. People are saying that it smells really weird and like my boyfriend hates it kind of thing, and I can't stand it on my face, I had to return it. Dude, I love the way this smells. I think it smells awesome. I don't know what they're talking about. It's kind of like it has, I honestly have never smelled anything like it before, but I like it. When it's on my face, I really like the aroma of it. I think it's great. But basically, this is such an amazing product right here. I absolutely have to get more from this line. This was the first thing that I bought from them. I was basically looking for something that had AHA and BHA in it, but I wanted it to be naturally derived, so that's why I went for this out of the others that they have on the website. This basically just helps to clarify and resurface the skin. I'm wondering if it has any more information. Yeah, it says it's high in azulene, providing soothing anti-inflammatory benefits to irritated and blemish-prone skin. It says it's not harsh. You just gently apply it to your face for clearer, smoother complexion. It's got natural blue tansy and fruit enzymes in it. So you use this mask 3 times in a row. So just once a day for 3 days, 3 to 4 days, which I did. and then you reduce it to a few times per week to see smoother, clearer skin and to maintain your results. So I'm gonna start using it like twice a week probably. So what I do is I apply the mask with this guy right here, which is so nice and handy, and you just get, honestly, you just fill up this tiny little thing right here, and then I smooth it with this all over my face. I do my cheeks, I do my nose, do my forehead, chin, literally everything, because this doesn't irritate my skin whatsoever. Probably the first 2 minutes, it's got a nice tingly feeling to it, but it doesn't feel super tight. And then after those 2 minutes, I actually forget it's on my face. So one time I accidentally left it on for an hour, and I was like, oh crap, I have to wash this off. But yeah, that's what's nice about it. A lot of masks that I put on my face, I can feel them, and I hate the way it feels. I literally feel like it's sucking out all the moisture from my face, but this one, not at all. Just that slight tingling in the beginning, which actually feels really good, and then you just let it sit for, I believe it was like 15 to 20 minutes, yeah. Then you take off the mask with warm water and a towel, and it comes off really easily too. You know, some masks, I feel like I am forever trying to get them off my face. It's like somehow got in my hair and it's like taking an eternity to get off. This one just literally glides right off with the towel, so it's takes no time at all to get it off, and then you can go in with your oils and your moisturizers and all that stuff. But I do think that this is definitely helping with the texture of my skin, as well as that oil that I was sharing with you guys. I feel like my skin looks new again, like it is totally revived after every single time I use this. Like the next day I'm like, damn, like I look at my skin, I'm like, really? Like, man, this looks really good. Then this is the Lancome Sills Booster XL. This is for super enhancing mascara. It's a base, basically. It's all white, if you guys have never seen this before. And you apply this to your lashes first, and then you go in with your mascara. So I use this on the days where I'm doing natural makeup looks, no lashes, and I just want my lashes to have like more volume and length to them. When I don't use this, I 100% notice that my lashes are incredibly short. They are able to get volumized depending on like what mascara I use. Like right now I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but I just noticed that I didn't have any length at all. They're just so short and not what I want at all. So this definitely helps with the length. And I do notice also it helps my mascara to stay on and last longer, and for my lashes to stay in the position that I put them in. So I've been liking this a lot. I have tried other primers or bases like this, and none of them work as well as this one does. And I do believe this is one of the ones on Sephora that has the best reviews, so I definitely had high hopes for it, and I'm glad that it worked really well for me. So this is the last product, I think. Yeah, this is actually why I did my entire haul, is because I needed to repurchase this. It's the Bravo Conditioning Primer from Benefit Cosmetics. This is what I've been using to grow my eyebrows. I've been using a few other things as well, and I do promise I'm gonna do a video soon. I'm just kind of trying to wait for my brows to grow in a little bit more. I do feel like they are still sparse. Like, I'm just like so picky with them. I want them to grow in a little bit more before I do the video so I can actually show you guys proof that they have been growing. I know you notice with the makeup on and everything, but when I take all my makeup off at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I need them to grow a little bit more for you guys first. So I will do it though, I promise. And I have noticed a lot of growth though overall. My eyebrows were like basically non-existent before. All I had was like this inner corner area, and that was it. So anyway, this is a nutrient-rich primer for fuller looking brows. What's nice is that you can actually put this on before your makeup, which is what I do. I put this on every morning and every night. You just twist it and then it dispenses out from the tip, and it's got a nice little like brush head to it. It's like rubber plastic. It's very comfortable and easy to apply. So I actually start with the most product on the end of my brow, and then I'll work whatever is left on the inner corner, since I don't really need my hairs to grow there. They're already pretty like long over there. When I was going through this eyebrow journey, it's been like 2 months now. In the very beginning, I was only using castor oil, and I was only using it at night and nothing else. And my growth was so like slow that I pretty much think if I had done absolutely nothing to my eyebrows and just let them grow during that first like 2 weeks without the castor oil, I'm pretty sure I would have had the same growth. It wasn't doing much. I had to like finish the routine with other products, and then when this guy came in, honestly, that's when I experienced the most growth, the fastest growth with my eyebrows. So I used one up completely within that first like month and a half, and then I decided I'm gonna buy another one because I really love it that much, and I do want my eyebrows to grow even more. So I picked up another one of these guys. And then lastly, I wanted to show you guys what I have in here. So this is just 2 products. I have my birthday gift. I did try this on yesterday, and I really do love the lip color. It's sort of like a natural kind of mauve-y lip. It's from Bite Beauty. So there was 2 different gifts that you could get. You could get this little kit from Bite Beauty, or you could get one from Glam Glow. But I looked at the Glam Glow set and I already have all of those, like the little samples that were in the kit. I have them all, so I was like, I don't need that. I'm gonna go for Bite Beauty because I love lipsticks, even though I have way too many of them. But I haven't tried Bite Beauty before, so I was like, oh, this is my chance. This Agave Lip Balm and the Agave Sugar Lip Scrub. I have enough for probably 1 application. Muse Bushy Lipstick, or Boosh. Is it Bushy or Boosh? I don't know. And it's in Chai. And then this is the Matte Cream Lip Crayon in Glaze. Glaze? Glaze? Glaze. So this one's just a little bit more pink. Actually, the lipstick's lighter. Oh yeah. So the lipstick is lighter, and I guess they're meant to go like together. You're supposed to do the lip crown first and then the lipstick. I mean, that's what I did when I put it on yesterday, and I really, really liked the color of it. Picked up this Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. This is the clear brow gel, and I got this when I was in the store. I wanted to get this with my first order, but I forgot about it. This is the brow gel from Makeup Forever, and this is the Tinted Brow Groomer in 00, so it's just clear. So this is what I've been using, and oh my god, it's so amazing, and I love it. It is so good if you have bushy brows and you want them to stay in place. The formula is great. It doesn't show up as any color. It literally is just clear, translucent, which is nice. What I do is I pull out the product, and when you pull it out, most of it's on the tip of the brush. So I'll just dot it on wherever I want it, and then I'll adjust from there with the brush. I wish it was a little smaller. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the brush, but the formula is amazing. So I wanted to get this because I could tell that the brush was a lot better. I was reading reviews that people do like this formula, that their brows stay like glue, you know, like their brows are, you know, never gonna move. I mean, this stuff is amazing. So I decided to get it. But you know what? I do not think it is as good as this one from Makeup Forever. And also, it has a really funky alcohol smell that I am not liking. When I first put it out, it was definitely the strongest. Not as strong as it was before, but maybe it's just because I've used it a few times. Also, I wish that more product would come out on the tip of it, because when I pull this one out, I feel like a crap ton comes out. Look at that! I don't know if you guys can tell because I'm using a different lens, but a lot of product comes out here, whereas when you pull this out, basically nothing is on the brush and nothing is on the tip. So I feel like I have to dip it back in like 20 times just to set my entire brow. Also, I did use this today, and I feel like my little hairs up here were starting to come inwards and go upwards, and with this one from Makeup Forever, they don't do that. They stay right where I put them all day. So unfortunately, this doesn't hold as well as I wanted it to. It doesn't have a good smell to it, and I think that's Matt texting me. He's at work right now. But yeah, this just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Maybe it's only because I've only used it a few times. I need to give it a chance. Maybe the more I use it, the more product will start to come off on the brush. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. But so far, this is the one for me right here. So that is it for my haul, guys. Oh, I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you what I have in my cart. Okay, so let's see. Right now in my cart, I have the Sunday Riley. It's new. It's the Influencer Clean Longwear Foundation. I don't know if you guys can see this. So I picked this out in the color 120. I went in store and I didn't see it there. So I'm guessing it's just because it's so new that they don't have it out yet. So I'm just gonna guess that my shade's 120. Also, I have Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Gel to Oil Overnight Repair Treatment. So I wanted to pick this up because I have a YouTuber that I love to watch, and her name is Valeria. Can't pronounce her last name. It's like Lipensky or something, but I love watching her. She has such a cute little family, and she's so pretty. I love whenever she like recommends things because she's very much into the natural hair and makeup, which is what I'm trying to get into. So she said that the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair treatment worked really well for her and she loved it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. If you say you love it, I'm gonna try it. Also, I'm gonna get from Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, my very first product from her, the Match Stix Shimmer Skin Stick. I think I'm gonna pick up Yacht Life because that one seemed like something that I could use as a nice blush for summer. I have seen people say that those matchsticks just aren't like super pigmented and you have to use a lot of it, which I'm totally okay with. I really just wanted a cream blush I could use for like natural makeup days. I'm also going to pick up from Pharmacy the Green Screen Daily Environmental Protector Broad Spectrum Mineral Sunscreen SPF. It's loading. SPF 30. So this had really good reviews as well, all natural stuff. I've been using the one from Clinique, but I like the ingredients in here better, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick that guy up. And also, I don't know if I'm gonna get this or not, but from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I wanted to try the Brow Powder Duo in Ebony. I swatched it in store and it seemed like ebony would match my brows. My brows are like black, honestly. My brows are very, very dark, so I was wondering if this would be better than what I am using right now to fill them in, which is by Laura Mercier. It's like this little kit that has a gel and then the other side has a powder, and it's in a really dark shade, but I looked up the reviews online. People are hating it, and I think it's because it fades. Like when you put it on, it looks great, but then after like an hour, it fades into like a light brown, or as if you didn't really put anything on. So I wanted to get the Anastasia one because I did read reviews that people say it has great lasting power and pigmentation, so I might try that. And also from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I was thinking about the Glow Kit in Sun Dipped because I went in store and swatched the Sugar Glow Kit, and I don't think I'm gonna like the shades in there as much as the ones in here. These seem a lot more like right up my alley, more like champagne's kind of warm type of highlights, whereas Sun Dip was like more pink and really, really light. So I was thinking that this one would work better for me and my skin tone. So yeah, that's what I have in my cart. Let me know if there's anything you guys would suggest to me that I should get down in the comments. I think that would be awesome. That would be really helpful, even though you're gonna make me spend more than I want to. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about getting down in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!